Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of My Chaotic Budget. My name is Sandra and on this channel we do all things budget related as it pertains to mine and my husband's paychecks. And in this episode, we ran into a little bit of an issue and I need to find a way to resolve it. And I'm going to take you all with me on this journey of fixing my wrongdoing. Welcome back to everybody who has been here before. Welcome to those of you who are new. If you're not sure how everything is run here, I'm pretty sure you're going to get an idea like real quick. All right, so today is July 2nd and my husband got paid yesterday and he brought in less than I was anticipating, which is on my bad. I shouldn't have expected it to be so much. And I think it was because I was going based off of past numbers. And I thought to myself, oh, okay. But it did not quite work out that way. And I am a little bit worried, but I'm not. And the reason why I'm kind of on the fence between the two is because there have been some adjustments and I need to kind of see where we can go with these adjustments. Okay, so let's get into our paycheck budget real quick. I'm going to be kind of flipping back and forth here between my notes and my journal, my planner, because there's a lot going on. All right, so this here is where I keep my ledger book, and my ledger book, of course, is very important to me because this is how I can keep track of all our expenses. I have been using this since July of last year, and I have been very regular in keeping track of everything, which makes me feel really good, and it's great to see. However, I kind of dropped the ball. And you're going to see that here in just a bit. So here in my ledger book, we're going to see that my husband's check was quite a bit less than what I was anticipating. So let me get my red pen because this is what I said I was going to do. I was going to keep track. And last night I could have done this, but I was just enjoying resting and being with the family, so I really didn't focus on this. All right, so instead of $14.03, we had $11.49 and 79 cents. Rollover was, let me see, let me get my green here real quick. Yes, this is something new. Bear with me. Once I understand how I want to do this, it'll be much faster next time. Okay, so rollover was $131 and 68 cents. Okay, there was nothing other that we brought in, and then of course, for right now it is zero. But when we're ready to close the paycheck, if something comes in, I'll go ahead and I'll make a note of that. All right. But because it was so low, we're going to see a bigger difference here as far as where we're at. So $11.49 and 79 cents plus 131.68. That puts us at $12.81.47. And we thought we were bringing in $14.03, so we are short by $121.53. So I got to figure out where I'm going to get those 121 because I kind of need it. All right. I did pay the bills here. So I paid Spectrum. That was $81.94. Amazon Music is pending, but it is $24.89. Netflix is pending, and that is $40.02. And YouTube is pending because these will come out in the future. They don't come out today. $29.22. Oh, 3 cents. My bad. And $29.22. Okay. So let's go ahead and add that up real quick. So that came out to 176.07, which is a little slightly under what we had said. And we're going to take that away from the 1281.47. And we are still short. And we are at 1105.40. Okay. We're down now by 119.60. Okay. I did withdraw the money, so that's what I'm going to show you right here. This is the envelope where I am keeping my extra debt funds, and I have it here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 50. So I do have the 350 here. So I'm going to write that in. So I have 150, I have 200. I did take out my yearly fee, which is in here. And currently in our yearly fee, we have 20, 40, 60, 75, which is good because, of course, like I mentioned in my previous video, our Barnes & Noble membership is coming up. And we're going to need to pay for that, but we're going to use $25 from Fetch Rewards that we got in a gift card, and then we'll pay the difference from there. I already moved money over into the high yield savings account, so that's the 100, and I've already taken out my dining out cash, which was 100. Now, I do carry my dining out cash here in my wallet, so you can see I've already put it in here, 20, 40, 60, 81. So this is my $100 in cash. So I'm going to really have to make that stretch this time around because of the numbers where we're at. But the previous check, the previous check, this is what we had left over in our dining out fund, which was 20, 45, 46. We have $46 left over. And normally I would put this towards extra debt. And I'm still planning on doing that because I've been playing savings challenges with my daughter. And my daughter is helping me. And so we've been putting our extra funds here from our dining out cash. And I'll have a video coming up soon with that. So I'm planning on doing this one too. But I'm waiting because I'm not sure what's going to happen here with these numbers because I'm panicking just a little bit. And I need to see what we have left for groceries, dining out, gas, and spending. So total right here, 575 is the same. So now we're going to say 1105.40 minus the 575 puts us at 530.40, which means we're short by the 119.60. And I am very tempted, guys, to take $100 from the extra debt. I'm very tempted to do that because I feel a little uncomfortable with the 530. 650 seemed manageable, but 530 seems very low. I'm not going to grab it yet, but if I have to, this is where I'm going to grab it from. So I'll keep you guys up to date on that. So based on the 530 then, I'm going to keep 300 for groceries. So 530.4 minus 300. Okay, so I'm going to keep the 300 for groceries. But instead of buying like a huge grocery haul, I'm just going to buy what we plan on making that week. And I'm going to try to reduce how much we spend because I noticed that we had some groceries go bad because I think I overbought. And so I'm going to reduce just a little bit here. I'm also going to take away some from the dining out and I'm going to reduce it to 100 instead of 50 because I do have the 100 cash. So I'm going to save $50 there. And then instead of 80, I'm going to put 50 here in the gas. And then that leaves us with $80.40 for spending. So then that puts us at the $530.40. I'm not saying that we can't make it work, but what I am saying is that if we have to pull from this here, I'd rather do that than put it on a credit card. Because the whole point of this is to get out of debt. And I need to be mindful of that the entire time. So from today going forward, I'm going to be a little bit more careful because, like I said, we are in a bit of a tight spot. And it's tighter than I anticipated. I don't know where I went wrong. And, you know, sometimes these things happen. But I did pay some of these bills. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scratch these out. Let's see here. I did take away the Ally and I did do the cash withdrawal. I did pay the Spectrum. Money is put aside for... Did I put money aside for Microsoft? Oh my God. Don't tell me I didn't. I don't think I did. Oh, Microsoft is not on here. And it is here. Let me see if I put it in my private bills. Give me one moment. Okay. So Microsoft should be taken care of. Yes. Okay. My past self. Thank you. Thank you, past self. Okay. So that is already accounted for in the funds that are pending. Yay. Okay. I'm happy about that. Happy about that. So I have the money in there. It's pending. I did take out the debt snowball for Best Buy. I did take that out. Let me see what else. Okay, Amazon Music is pending. Let me see. These are auto pay. Let me see here. Debt Snowball. Yes, I did this one. Maybe I'll have to switch this Debt Snowball to the 15th paycheck. So that way I can move this money in. Okay. I might have to do that. Because I took out the Debt Snowball. Wait, yeah, I took out the Debt Snowball. And that was Debt Snowball 2024. Yeah. So maybe it will be okay if I do pull from here. Because then I can make it work on the 15th. Because then I get paid on the 24th. And we could make it work. Okay, I'm not too worried now. I'm not too worried that if I do have to pull from the extra debt money, I can, because we have a little bit of wiggle room here to make it happen. Okay, I'm not as worried anymore. Whew, okay, I was so worried, guys. You don't understand how worried I was. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me get you going on what's been going on here. Okay, so I'm just going to put here. Now, he got less not because of his job. He got less because of the numbers that I do privately. And so I forgot something. And so because I forgot it, that's what happened here. And like I said in a previous video, I do keep some numbers private because of the fact that I don't have this budget by myself. And I have to be mindful of the things that my husband wants to have out here. Okay, so we have gas, fuel. So we put $52 in. Okay, and then I had Dutch Brothers with my family, It was a Dutch night. It was payday, and so we had it. But that means we can't have it for a while. I see. And I think that's it. I think everything else is just part of the bills things. Yes. Okay. I did exercise yesterday. I had 30 minutes on the elliptical. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that off. I didn't get any exercise in here on Tuesday, but that's okay. Let me see. I did cook lunch yesterday. The lunch that I cooked was chicken patties. I cooked chicken patties with French fries and mozzarella sticks, however you spell that. So I did cook. Boom. Okay. So I have cooked every day, which is really good. I did cook breakfast on Tuesday, which I had chorizo and egg. That's what I made for breakfast. But when we had our late lunch, we went to McAllister's as a family. So we dined out as a family, and it was really fun. The day before, we had Chick-fil-A as a family, and we had ice cream as well. So we've had 2 expensive days here. And I think it was just the excitement that we were all finally like on vacation, because my husband took some time off, and so he's at home. And now we're all home, so things are going to get a little bit pricey in the grocery end, because I do need to refill on groceries, and I need to make sure that there's enough stuff for everybody to enjoy. Couple of things that I need to take note of here too, and I'm going to go ahead and put it down, is that we are not going to be charged for any of the streaming services. So I need to move the $68 back into account. Okay, so I'm going to move $68. So this is really good too, because we were down by $119. And we are going to add the $68 from the streaming services. So we're only short $51 now. So that's a good sign. So I'm going to move that money back into the account. And I'm going to make a note of it here too. So we don't have to pay for streaming services anymore. Yay! Super, super excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the next thing that we have to discuss is, of course, our paycheck closeout. Man, I came into this video very scared, but because I have everything laid out and organized, I can come back in here and I can see, hey, hold on, wait a minute. It's okay. We've got this. That was quite intense for me, because I was unsure where things were going to go. So if we add, let's go ahead and see where we're at, because this is the chaos, people. This is the chaos. There's no lying about the chaos. There's always going to be chaos in my budget. And I am going to go ahead and add, so I'm going to put here, bill, right? Should I do it as bill, because it was bill over here for streaming? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put bill. And I'm going to put adjustment streaming. And we are giving ourselves $68 back. And so we're going to take that out from the stuff that's pending here, because now we don't have to wait for it anymore. And the other thing too is that our car insurance came out being about the same. So there was no increase, which I was super happy about. All right, so we had $450.11 left, and we're adding $68 back in. $518.11. So if anything else changes, guys, I'll go ahead and I'll update you. But for right now, the panic has ceased. And I just need to make sure that I stay on top of this and we make it happen. Oh, I'm so happy. I was so worried, but now because I have this budget to look at, I don't feel as worried, and I'm not feeling as tense as I did about 10 minutes ago. Okay, well, the next thing we have to do, of course, is to do our budget closeout for paycheck number 1, which I've already got my numbers here, but I'll do that in another video so that way we can see where the direction of our budget is moving. I'm excited to say that we've got things going, and I'm not as worried anymore. So super, super happy about that. Okay, now I just need to clear this up, clear my thoughts, enjoy my coffee because it was getting cold because I was panicking. But now I can breathe. Now I can breathe and I can get to work. All right, guys. Well, then I will see you all in the next one. Bye.